What does it really take to build a luxury resort here in Bali? Just 2 years ago, this plot was a plain site between Bingin and Dreamland Beach. Today, the complex is producing double-digit returns for its investors and has gathered hundreds of 5-star reviews. To be honest, it's been quite a journey from the initial concept to opening the resort earlier this year, but this really has been the foundation of our market-leading development company, LeyLines, here in the south of Bali. In this vlog, we will take you along the whole journey from the initial concept and the idea over the construction of the project to the procurement of all the different materials we're using here to the results that our investors are getting today. I'm excited to take you along. If you're interested in investing in Bali, don't miss this one because you will understand what's actually possible here on the island. When we first stood on this hillside around 2 years ago, it was really just a plain site with a nice horizon view of the ocean. But we really saw more than that. We saw a place where people could come to reconnect and recharge. And what we always do at LeyLines is we really start with the target group. Whenever we do development, we deeply think about what are the desires and wants of guests who will actually stay here, right? And for the Adaya project, we identified 2 target groups we want to build this property for. The first one is couples. Couples who want to come here and recharge and spend some intimate and nice time together, right? And the second target group were families and groups of friends who come here to connect, to celebrate birthdays, to celebrate big events, and to just have a good time together, right? So with these 2 target groups in mind, we developed the concept of a 15-unit resort, 12 one-bedrooms for the couple target group, and then 3 bigger 3-bedroom villas, which you see right behind me, which are for bigger groups, for families, to come here and enjoy everything that Bingin and Dreamland have to offer. With this strong foundation of a target group specific concept, we position the whole project above the average villa rental market we have here in Bali and closer to the luxury resorts in the area, while providing a more memorable personal experience for guests staying here. To ensure a fantastic experience in the villas, we of course needed to design and plan every little detail of the properties. And this is exactly where we head next to learn more about the villa design from our head of the department, Amy. So Amy, when you started designing Adaya around 2 years ago, what was the main feeling you wanted people to have when they walk into the project?
With Adaya, we really wanted to create sanctuary. A place where people could go and just unwind and detach. Really to achieve that, what we did, we brought in elements of nature. Anyone that goes into Adaya, they're in their own little tropical paradise. We have planting everywhere from all the windows. You can always see green as well, so it's just bringing that technique in. And also with that, there's a calming element when we see these. When we're in our natural environment, when we're surrounded by planting, we feel more at ease. In addition to that, we've also brought in natural elements. We have Jimbaran, the local Jimbaran from the area. We see that on the walls in the exterior, and we also have it in the bathrooms.
Yeah, and took a lot of time to assemble, but the end result is fantastic, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of work in that, but anything that's very beautiful doesn't come easy.
Doesn't come easy, yeah.
Yeah, we have our natural woods. Yeah. We have a lot of timber. We have a lot of teak in the kitchen and in the bedroom. Again, this brings warmth, really creates a homely feel for people. The real unique aspect for Adaya is the spatial planning. There's a lot of time and effort put into
optimizing the space and optimizing the layout.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I think it's now like also a feature that a lot of people highlight in the reviews, right? They feel it's like a little bit of home away from home. So I think we achieved that.
I love hearing that.
Fantastic. So we have a lot of nature integrated. We have a lot of natural woods for like a homey feel. We thought a lot about every square centimeter of kind of the design to make best use of it. If you would highlight like one specific feature of the villa, on top of that, what would it be?
I think what really stands out in Adaya is the rooftop is something that's really, truly unique. People can go up there. Again, we have all of our nature, all of that surrounding you, and you can sit and you can just detach from everything. Take in the sunset, take in everything around you and just unwind.
Awesome, right? And this kind of ties back what I talked about earlier when we talk about target group specific design, right? So we thought about these couples who would stay in the properties. And what we see fast forward 2 years later is that exactly these people stay in the villas. They have fantastic experience. We have, I think, close to 150 five-star reviews at this stage. And of course, the rooftop pool and the rooftop barbecue are these features that Amy and the team have brought to the product and that really stand out, that make people book, that bring us to occupancies of 80 to 90% plus, and also to fantastic returns for our investors at the end of the day. To bring this amazing vision of the LeyLines design team to life, we of course needed to build the whole resort. I still recall 18 months ago standing in the midst of construction right here in this spot. And who helped us doing that is of course our in-house construction team, led by Johnny, who steered the whole process to completion. So Johnny, Bali is a tough place to build. What have been some of the main challenges you've been facing here?
Yeah, Bali definitely comes with its own unique set of challenges. Weather, logistics, ensuring that you stay in tune with the local customs and traditions while still producing the vision that we had for Adaya. I was lucky to have a great team with a quality control guy on site constantly looking over everything. Local tradespeople, artisans who handcraft every beam and with great care installed every stone. That care is really part of the DNA of Adaya.
Yeah, I still recall the long nights that we had here on site, especially the last few months to make it happen. But this is exactly what produced 25% capital appreciation for the investors with a properly built property, a properly built villa that has quality and is endurable for a long period of time. The quality of a villa is not only what you can see, it's also all the materials that go into the final product, from the structure to the last piece of furniture, which is why we're next talking to Head of Procurement, Roman, about the material selection. Hey Roman, great to see you.
Good to see you.
Here in the Welcome Center of Adaya. Right, we finally made it earlier this year. I wanted to talk with you about the material selection in this project, right? Like, what were the main factors you considered when selecting all the hundreds of thousands of materials here?
It's really good question, Seb. So as a procurement, we need to ensure we deliver the high quality item for every project that we made. The main things, the key factors is how to select the material used based on the purpose, where we're going to put the item, and then you can choose between indoor or outdoor.
Got it.
Let's say you want to put the item in outdoor.
Yeah.
So we need to choose like the quality of wood that has more density. Bangkirai, ironwood, or even thick. That's really good for outdoor because it has better density, better quality, and will be last for the long time.
Amazing.
And then if you try to use the wood that has lower density, or even like, let's say you're going to use mango wood for outdoor one, I'm sure that will be
a problem.
If we try to use the correct material in the correct place, you will get a lot of long-term benefits.
Amazing.
For that.
Well, it costs a little bit more in the beginning, but that's what we've always been about here at LeyLines, is to really invest a little bit more in the beginning and then have a hassle-free investment for a few decades, right? So quality is important for us, right? Are there any other factors you think are important when we select materials?
Yes, of course. Let's say this table, we made this table from recycled plastic.
Okay.
Yeah, it has sustainability point, which is we care to our environment. We try to help people how they recycle plastic. We care about our environment.
Yeah.
That will help more sustainability point on the future. It also has really aesthetic point here.
Oh, it looks great. Looks very unique, right? So we've basically recycled plastic and put it into these small parts here and assembled it for our lobby area. That's fantastic, right? All right, so quality is very important, Roman, right? Sustainability is very important to us. I would have one more question, right? Where is all the material from we buy here?
The material is coming from Indonesia. As a procurement, we need to ensure that all material coming from local first.
Got it.
To support the local people, to make sure every local business is happen as well.
Yeah.
And then thick wood or ironwood is the best item coming from Indonesia.
Coming from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have all these beautiful materials actually here in Indonesia, either in Bali or you travel a lot to Java, right? To get the materials. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Roman. Right, so what I understood from this short conversation here is it's quality, it's sustainability, and of course it's also local material that we try to prioritize in all our developments to deliver a fantastic product at the end of the day that people will give a 5-star review for. During the whole construction process, we of course kept the investors informed with regular construction updates. And once we were done, we had a big party with everyone here in the project, everyone staying at their villa. We had a very long and fun night. And once we were done with that, we of course launched the project to the rental market and have seen quite strong performance since then. We have a dedicated team taking care of the investors post-investment, which is our client relations team, led by Glycel, who we will speak to next. Hi Gly, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
And thanks for taking the time, right? So today we want to talk a little bit about the results our investors are able to achieve. You manage over 50 of our investors and also the 15 who have invested in this project. So my first question would really be, what kind of results can people expect, or what kind of results are people seeing with an Adaya investment?
Well, Adaya is performing really well. At the moment, our investors are receiving an average of 12% yields annualized, and we're also on average getting 85% occupancy rates, which is wonderful.
Fantastic results. So the 12% yield is after all expenses, taxes, etc., right?
Exactly.
Okay, perfect. So fantastic results our investors are able to achieve here. On top of that, a lot of people ask me, how much work is it to own a property in Bali, and specifically to own a property with LeyLines? And you work with investors from around the world that have invested in this beautiful project here. So I extend the question to you, how much work is it?
Well, if you're working specifically with LeyLines, it's fully passive. As an investor, you don't have to worry about anything. All you get at the end of the month is income and financial reports. So these reports can be accessed through our LeyLines investor portal, and you could see the breakdown of everything within the month. But in the background, everything is completely handled by the LeyLines team, from the maintenance of the villas, guest relations, tax admin, financing, etc.
That's fantastic, right? So a real passive income vehicle here for our investors. And don't take our word for it. We have 2 people who actually invested in this particular project here in Adaya. I'm gonna let them do the next 2 parts here and speak about their experience investing with LeyLines into Adaya.
Hi all, my name is Piyush and I am from Melbourne, Australia. I was interested in Bali after coming here for a couple of vacations, and I really saw huge hoardings everywhere about land being sold, new villas being sold. So I was intrigued, okay, what's happening here, how's the market? And then in Facebook I saw ads creeping up saying 20% returns, 15% returns. So that got me thinking, are the numbers true? So I started talking to a lot of people out here. So yeah, so this made me really interested in this Bali real estate market. Palm, actually I've already had invested about 2-3 months talking with a number of other developers, talking to them about their projects, location. When I talked to Sushi for the first time, I was really blown away by the location of this particular project, and also that it was had already started the construction. It was 30-40% done. So I knew that I was not investing in a true of the planned project. Something has already started, the land ceremony, which is a holy thing in Bali. So I've seen the Instagram, and when I talked to Sebastian, I felt that I would be in right company. Like Soshi and Sebastian both are lovely human beings. So for me, that was very important. Like to work with good people who seems nice, seem down to earth, and also want to do some good work. It was very smooth, professional. I was given a 2 weeks due diligence period. All the documentation which they had was very complete. I was able to go through all the plans, the specifications, the inventory, and also there was the landowner documents. So I was able to get it due diligence by a legal lawyer in Bali. So yeah, it ticked all the boxes, and yeah, so location, people, and the authenticity of the project, like all the documents were in place. So I think all these are very, very important, especially for an overseas buyer, because many people will say you not to take the plunge, not to go for it, but at the end of the day, it's all about your conviction. Like, how do you feel comfortable with the entire process? And Palm made me very comfortable, and they were very, very professional. Yeah, it's good, but I'm hoping the numbers will be much more better in the coming months. So they just completed the entire construction yesterday. So whatever I'm thinking, whatever returns I've got till now is just like bonus. The real numbers I'll start seeing from next month onwards. So I'm hopeful and can't be I'm just too excited for the future. Yeah, it's my first overseas investment, and my wife came here last year in October when the villa just got completed, and she was blown away. She felt that the kitchen, the bathroom, the bedroom was good size. The build quality is very, very good. We can see that they have used good materials throughout the house, and which will help in the longevity of the villa. The maintenance issues will be less. The close proximity to the beach, that's one thing, and the rooftop pool is also very, very nice. They have a big rooftop space. If you want to host a small party of 7 to 8 people, you can easily be in that rooftop. Just that, take the leap of faith. I was in their shoes a few months back. So if you really like the project, like the location, you can trust these guys. They are the best at what they do. They are very, very, very professional and very welcoming in that way. So just go with them, and you will not regret.
I'm Eric, and I'm French-born, but I've been away from France for 20 years. So I've been living in Singapore 11 years now, and 20 years in Asia Pacific. And interest in Bali, well, it's paradise on earth, right? And we live in Singapore, it's 2 hours away. So yeah, and it's a very vibrant as well environment. So more and more we like to spend time here to relax, and maybe we're thinking of settling down here. So that's the relationship with Bali. Yeah, do you want to share on this? Yeah.
So we do come to Bali every month because, it's almost very close to Singapore, but I think it's a paradise on earth in that sense. So, you feel very relaxed, and people are nice, the food is great, you have to see, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it did take some time. I think there's a lot of projects in the market, and so we took our time to do our due diligence, right? Desktop research, and trying to look for all the opportunities out there. Then we narrowed down, I think, 3 to 5 projects here in the market, and Adaya was one of them, basically. And very early on, we met the team. We started meeting actually Susie and Sebastian remotely. And to answer your question, what makes the difference? Of course, the project, everything needs to tick all the items. It needs to be the ROI, and, everything needs to be sound financially. But it's all about the people. I mean, when we met actually the team, when we started understanding how they operate, the standards, and bringing basically the whole know-how from Europe, yeah, you know you're in good hands, and that's what makes you choose a project is, I think, the team, quality of the team.
I mean, just to add on, because when we meet the people, we actually made this decision remotely, and actually just even meeting the people, the team on Zoom, you can already feel like they're genuine, they have vision, and I think it's just the people that gives you the trust, like the confidence to invest as well. Yeah, I mean, everything, right? I mean, because when we visited, it was also just like dust, and you can see like people just cracking like the stones and putting one by one. I mean, there is like the whole concept and also the people. So I think it's kind of like the whole story in itself. Yeah, because I mean, you can meet people, but then there's also like the whole concept. I mean, this looks like a paradise, right? You wake up, it's like so serene, and you feel like you're in somewhere else.
It's almost everything aligning, right? I mean, perfect location
And that's the
in
vision,
Bali,
right,
obviously.
Yeah.
So close to the ocean, and Bingin, which is just up like the place to be today. And then you have the right project, with ticking all the boxes from a financial perspective. And a great team, a great professional and friendly as well team. So yeah, that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, really coming in is like I thought it looks a bit like dreamy, it's like a fairy tale in a way. But I mean, the kitchen is like super equipped, so you feel like you're well taken care of. Every detail is very thoughtful. And when you wake up, you just feel peaceful. You're here in the day. You can enjoy the rooftop. It's like really well designed, and landscaping is like great as well. So you feel good. When you feel good in this villa that you have, everyone will enjoy it as well. So I think it's that concept where people will be happy to live here.
Yeah, maybe I'd add, it's got this boutique 5-star resort feel. You arrive here, you already feel you're in a special place, right? It's been. The design is super elegant, it's super luxurious as well. And the feeling we always get when we come back is we feel we're coming home, actually. So like Rebecca said, it's interesting that a lot of the villas we've been to, they basically often just a bed. I would maybe exaggerate a little bit, but here, it really has all the elements where you could picture yourself, project yourself settling down here, actually. So yeah, it feels like a home.
I mean, to even think about it, right? I mean, you could even think about long-term stay. Someone like an expat or like a couple. You could be staying here for months, and I think they'll be happy.
Yeah.
But also luxurious in a way, right? And then the team is like really on the ground. You got someone who always looks after you. When you got something you need, like it's just almost immediate. The help is there.
Yeah. I would say, you're in good hands. Let's put it this way. I've used that sentence earlier. Reliable, super professional. You can see the whole team, actually, the caliber of talent in this team. There's many, we hear a lot of horror stories, especially in Bali property or even in Thailand or, across the region. And it's really about finding the right partners. So often we spent a lot of time, identifying who those partners might be. Now we can save some prospective investors' time. They're really reliable. I mean, these are the right partners. It cannot go wrong, right? And
I mean,
peace of mind.
Yeah, because I was talking to some prospective investors yesterday, and they were talking about from LeyLines, right? So I mean, the thing is more like if you have a vision, you got like a leader, you got like the whole team coming with different skill sets, and they kind of align the same values, the same vision. I think you can't go wrong. And I mean, then you guys have like the whole expertise of like the returns on investments. You got like the whole concept. I mean, everyone cares about something. So I think any prospective investors in good hands, as Eric said.
Yeah, and maybe I'll add one last bit is it's service excellence in my. So it's not about being perfect all the time, and that's really what we like. So delivering on promise is the minimum in service, right? But then going the extra mile, having a personal touch. This is something I think the whole company has in the DNA. And it's the ability to solve problems well. And there's been problems, it's not always smooth and building a complex like this, but every single time they showed up. And when there's a problem, this is where you start seeing, who you're dealing with. And it's always with a lot of very elegant and a lot of class and professionalism, and always solve the problems.
But the two things to add on, right? Because I notice, whenever we come back, we see improvements. So it's almost like no one is saying it, but then, the team is always like inspecting, like, okay, we can do this better. And they just take the initiative to do it. I think that's incredible, and I think you meet the whole team, they will just say feedback, give me all the feedback, so they don't shy away from that. So I think that's literally, you really cannot go, it's like the best formula. because you're always looking for feedback and improving.
Yeah.
I think that is, that is special. I don't think you see a lot of developers doing that. They literally just wash their hands, right? After you build it, you just like dump it to the
that's
person.
Hand it over, and then that's your problem now, which is not at all the case. Right? Yeah, that's it. And then you discover all the cracks, and
So I think that's the biggest difference, right?
Adaya was just the beginning here at LeyLines. It's a proof that with the right vision, precision and execution at the right people, a high quality build and a profitable project in Bali are possible. If you've been part of a journey here and you've invested and trusted in us early on, thank you. If you're looking for something extraordinary here in Bali to invest in, of course, contact our team. And if you're new to the area, we actually just released another vlog on the most promising area to invest in right now here in Bali, which you can find on our YouTube channel or just here. Thanks for watching. I see you next time.